Hey everyone, my name is Crowbar. It's so great to meet you. Today, I want to explain my current approach to painting, and I really hope it helps you to feel more creative and encouraged. As an artist, I faced a lot of disappointment, discouragement, and apathy from people, including myself, along my journey. I want to lift my friends up to create artwork without shame. No matter the skill level, everyone has beauty to share. I think that little by little, you can create the art you want to see in the world. For this project, I'm using recycled canvas that's about 19 by 15 inches, gesso, assorted acrylic paints, glitter Mod Podge, acrylic paint pens, assorted craft glitter, and a countertop epoxy resin. In this video, I've already prepped my canvas by blacking out the sides and edges and gessoing the front and allowing to dry completely. To start, I sketch out the composition with pencil on top of gesso, then outline with permanent marker and erase the pencil away as best I can. I usually can't get all of it. On top, a thin layer of gesso over the sketch helps prevent the leftover pencil marks from smudging. Then I add base colors to the main silhouettes of the image. It's okay to be sloppy at this stage. The point is to map out color zones and cover the canvas, not to be perfect. At a certain stage, I like to add glitter to particular areas in the background, such as the hair and floating objects. I will be painting over this glitter, so it will be less pronounced in the final piece. Once I'm happy with the base I've created, I begin to create depth by adding soft shading. I use deeper tones than the base colors in areas I want to recede based on the light source, such as eye creases and nostrils. It's perfectly okay to use slightly different colors for your shadows to create interesting effects. Try shading with slightly bluer or more purple tones for extra deepening. Finally, the image is starting to look like something. Yay! Now I want to introduce more dimension by adding gentle highlights. Mixing lighter colors, I add them to areas I want to come forward, like cheekbones. Trust your instincts. Afterward, I grab from my acrylic paint markers for touch-ups and gold accents. Once I think that the base colors, shadows, and highlights look good, it's time for fine black detail lines. I'm using a very fine tipped acrylic paint pen because I'm lazy. A detail brush works just as well or better, honestly, because it will glide over rough glitter patches more smoothly than what I'm using. Outline the edges of your figures and add delicate features like eyelashes. Once your fine lines are filled in, use a fatter paint pen or paint brush to create line weight around your main figures. We are so close to done. There's just a little more to go here. Once all of the black lines have fully dried, it's time for white detail lines. In my opinion, this step really breathes life into my artwork. Trust your instincts here. Highlight throughout the hair, the high points, add eye shine, and so on. In this case, I'm using a white acrylic paint pen, but as explained, paintbrushes are probably better. I like to go in and glue down individual glitters, touch up areas that might have smudged, and lightly brush glitter onto areas I want to amp up, like eyeballs, lips, nails, and those cheekbones. Now, it's super important to always allow your paintings ample time to dry, even if they don't seem wet. Set aside for at least 24 hours before finishing with a resin coat. If you do not wait, you risk that the resin might smear pigments or might not cure properly if too much moisture is present. But remember that mistakes are learning moments. Even if you mess something up, you can always grow from that experience. It's okay. Lastly, I love to add a resin coat on top of all glitter paintings. This seals everything in and makes sure that the glitter isn't going anywhere. It also extends the lifetime of the artwork, adds a mirror-like shine, creates a perfectly flat surface, and harmonizes the finish of the acrylics. I love everything about resin. For this size of canvas, I mixed 300 milliliters of countertop epoxy resin with a dash of leftover glitter and smoothed it over the canvas, following up with a torch to release air bubbles. I get a lot of questions about resin, so here is my advice. Always mix by volume, double check and do the math for your resin ratios if they're not 1-to-1, and stir thoroughly, at least 5 minutes, or until both your arms are tired. I decided to title this painting Awakening from Captivity, as a call out to unicorn in captivity from the unicorn tapestries from around the 16th century. To me, this painting represents the moment of choosing oneself over the prison that contains them, and leaving behind the version of themselves that was content to be caged. We are all beautiful unicorns on the inside, I think. Does this painting say something to you? I would love to hear your interpretation. For more artwork, you can take a look at my Instagram at ilu.crowbar. You can also visit me at my website, which is crowbararts.com, for my shop and gallery. Most of all, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting, and remember, you've got this, even if it's only a little at a time.